Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Sean Driver, the Red Horde, stuck in the office today, joining just briefly, and I'm going to take a moment to make sure everything's all set up on our end to watch the Bute FAW Cup round draw. So I've got a couple people who have already checked it already, and it seems to be working because I can hear the feedback and I'm going to mute myself here. The problem. So hello to those of you who have joined already, and for those of you who haven't. First round draw. This is the FAW Cup. Just wanted to go through sort of the timeline here with some of the women's matches as we wait for the draw. We'll be watching for ball number 9, that being Wrexham for this one, and also watching to see if, I guess, the dream draw, the interesting draw anyway, looking to see if the the Wrexham City FC Foresters are going to be able to draw with Wrexham AFC, just because I think a little Wrexham derby would be fascinating. Howdy, Swirly, how are you? I'm going to put the link for those of you who want to watch there. That's where you're going to watch in the pinned messages there. You can click there and watch along. We're waiting for it. It's hosted on Vimeo. You go to Redwall Plus, which is the Welsh Football Association website, and they've got the cup draw coming up. Just by way of background, and maybe we'll do this. There are 2 cup tournaments that Wrexham AFC will be partaking in and did last year. Just as a reminder, this is the one that we made the final, losing in the final, ultimately to Cardiff City at the end of last year, April 27th. How the format of it works is last year there was 1 qualifying round. This year, enough teams, there was actually 2 qualifying rounds. For Wrexham and the other teams that are in the Adran Premier League, they join in the first round. They draw from those that have won from the rounds previous. They are in regionalized formats through at least round 2. Once they get to the quarterfinals, you can get anybody. And so for this one, 10 teams in the north. The men will go today as well, those in the Welsh competition. So that I don't know how the order is going to be necessarily, and it's regionalized. Don't know if north or south will end up going. And so we'll figure all that out. As far as when the games are played, we've got Aberystwyth obviously this weekend on Sunday. TNS will be the following week. That's a league game. Then we've got the Adran Trophy. That's the other cup competition. The first round for that one opens up against Llandudno. And I'm nervous every time I say the Welsh names with 2 L's, whether I'm getting it right, but Llandudno. And then you've got Pontypridd, November 16th. And then this match will be Sunday on the 23rd. So we'll look into it. I'll bring the balls up here momentarily so that you guys can have a look at them. Let me just go to how do I bring the chat button up? It should be up. And I've lost it so that I can follow along with what you guys are all potentially chatting about in the channel. Let me just double check where we're at here. Not going to work. Give me a second. There we go. So we got 6 of you logged in. Let me know if you have any issues. I'm waiting for, obviously, the stream to begin. It's supposed to begin in 6 minutes. It's still a little bit behind for me. So let me know if you're able to get that rolling. Actually, it says I'm way behind. Let's bump that all the way forward and get it so that the cup draw is live and in charge on Vimeo. Again, the link is in the box there. Yeah, I'm going to definitely be relying on them, aren't I, to go with the pronunciation. And I probably still will get it wrong. But I find this one fascinating just by a further background. So the competition for Wrexham City FC Foresters, brand new club playing in the 3rd tier of Welsh football. They opened up against Buckley Town away and a 17-1 win back on September 21st. So that got them into the second round. There were 6 teams in the North competition. NFA, which is North Football FC up in North Wales, Buckley Town, Prestatyn, Denbigh, and Northup all were in that round. Having gone again and done that, they played FAW, which is, if I recall correctly, the team that Wrexham played in the first round last year. Let me just confirm that is accurate. No, we did play them in the second round last year, beating them 10-0 back on November 17th. So we did play FAW, and that's who they played. I'm a little bit surprised just because I saw a team that had made it through to the second round last year. They won on penalties in the first round. They didn't have to qualify, if memory serves. Oh, they did have to qualify. They played in the qualifying round and won a penalty against Kinmel Bay last season. Did FAW. They made the first round, and away they go. So they did advance all the way to the second round, and Wrexham City AFC Foresters, and this may be part of the benefit of what Wrexham AFC has been doing. The development of grassroots programs, the opportunity of those willing to play, the call to sort of get involved, whether that be just for your own health and benefits, or whether that be in a competitive format and looking for club. But the Wrexham Foresters doing their thing. The other thing, why the name? I went to Wrexham. I'm obviously from a forestry town. I spent a lot of time in Williams Lake, which is a forestry town through and through. I went to Wrexham and I didn't see a lot of forestry as far as a business enterprise, a commercial enterprise, but somebody who's from Wales potentially in the chat, let me know whether I'm mistaken there and whether there is more involved than I originally anticipated. So we should be waiting 3 minutes here for that to come. The pop out won't even matter from the chat because I can't bring it up. Can I bring it up here? Just 1 second. There we go. If I show that, it should show up on the bottom of the page. Swirly. I'm on Restream because the computer doesn't have the same setup, and so we'll have to just end up going with it. But an exciting time anyway to find out. I love these cup draws. It's something that we don't have in North America. Even if you have a tournament in mid-season play like the NBA does, it's drawn for you. It's selected. And what I can do is I'm going to bring up the graphic that shows the balls that we are interested in for this one. And there you have it. Oh, I've got 2 of them up. I can remove this one. There you go. And so Bangor, Flint Town United, Ladundo, Langafendi Town, Landisudwe, NFA, that being, again, that I had to look them up. They were the North Football Association. Fueli, the New Saints, Wrexham, and Wrexham Foresters. So a couple familiar names, at least with the New Saints there being the largest draw, the toughest competition that we could draw in this first round, but all sort of looking at things. Look, not just me ignoring my job. What did I do now, Brendan? I didn't think that you were going to end up signing up for this and didn't want to bother you. So I thought I'd throw this one together just all by myself. Make sure the link is in the comments. It's pinned up at the top. You should be able to get there to get to the red wall. I'm still, and we'll stay tuned to that once it does. I actually should probably turn on the volume so that when it does, I can get it. Hopefully it comes through my headset. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get creative. As you guys will get that potentially as feedback. We'll find out here shortly. Exit full screen. Come back to you guys. And so a full month of football, even though the website, and this is a bit of a bee in the bonnet for Wrexham AFC, I'd like to at least have the placeholders. You know that November 9th, this one's already been announced, the Adran Trophy game as against Ladundo. It's not on the website yet. You can find it on the social media, but not on the fixtures list. If I go to the fixtures list right now, it's got the New Saints, Pontypridd, and Swansea, just all the league matches. I don't know why there's not just at least a placeholder. That one can be announced, but for November 23rd, just to allow people to set their schedules and figure out what they're doing with things. No problem, Ruth. I'm happy to do this. Obviously, I'm passionate about the women's games. I know that Deandra, who normally does the watch-alongs, and Brendan, who supports, obviously passionate about the women's games. And it's been fun this season. We've got a legitimate chance, I think, of getting to Europe. By doing that, you've got to end up winning the league. The cup matches don't matter. I did do a video earlier about the opportunity for Wales as a whole to end up expanding and to 2 teams for the qualification purposes for the European competition, call it UEFA. That it's going to take a long, consistent run of teams finishing out, advancing all the way through qualifying, and potentially also winning at least one match in the group stage to be able to get there. So with that, then the benefit is similar to what they do in England with the FA. You end up having teams being able to qualify via winning the FA Cup, winning the EFL Cup, or by their position in the Premier League. The goal would be for Wales to be able to develop its standing, get secure enough points, get through the qualifying rounds, and hopefully a win in the group stage and beyond. They take it over a 5-year average, and it'd be amazing to watch the Welsh clubs expand such that whether it be the Adran Trophy or it be the Bute Energy FAW Cup, which I would anticipate is the more prestigious of the two if you were to rank them, it would be nice to have the champion of that take one of those positions in Europe and have two Welsh teams qualifying. But as of yet, that's a long-term dream. So the only way you get there into Europe is by winning the FA or by winning the Andran League. And we have a chance to do that this year. If you go to the Andran Premier League standings, so we're sitting tied atop of it, having had that draw with Cardiff. And so things are positive with the club on a go forward basis. And hopefully this is the year that we're able to get through. Let's just go back, still waiting for it. Red wall is starting. How come I don't have it? I will hit the refresh button. October 23rd, that's me. Go to it. It's spinning. Did I just lag behind? I got a spinning circle. Hard for me to do a watch along. It would be embarrassing if you guys are giving me the feedback on it. Watch it be geo-locked or something, and only those that are down there. Let me see if I can bring it up on the phone then, even if it's not going to be here. So I've got the spinning circle of death. Red wall plus. Oh, we've got it. Well, I've got a picture anyway. Unmute the broadcast. Got it. You guys will have to let me know. I'm going to take this off temporarily. And hopefully it doesn't mess with the mic, because I've got to play it here. I believe that Redstream has a noise cancellation option. And so if that's the case, you shouldn't get the feedback of the audio. If you do, I'm going to have to turn it down. Looks like we're doing the men first, right? I'm rooting for an all Wrexham draw. So I believe this is the men first. So I don't know anything about the Cardiff Draconians or pure Swansea, but we're going to be into the lower, to some of the lower teams in the FAW. The women again playing in Tier 3. The Wrexham Foresters women playing in Tier 3 and doing quite well, as I understand, so far this year. So an opportunity for them to step up into the higher tier. Wouldn't that be something if you ended up with an all Wrexham derby in years down the road between the two? But a grassroots club expanding, again, the benefit of Wrexham AFC doing its thing is it expands football both for the kids who want to play in the area, for the women, obviously, who are looking to compete. As we're still going to go through the entire men's draw here as we wait for this one. The Youth Cup. Oh, we could be here for a while. No feedback. Thank you so much for that. That's what I wanted to hear. That's the one thing that I test Brendan on and myself is the way that we do it. We've got to put the headsets on. Restream, not as many things that you can do with it as far as graphics. It's sort of basic. But you guys tell me as far as other than, I mean, I think we'd want to avoid the New Saints. But is there any the Wrexham Foresters that you would want to have as a potential draw? I'm not sure. To me, the ball number 3 is a familiar name. Ball number 7 are familiar names, and so those are teams that I would expect to be tougher competition if you're looking to advance. But I would think that irrespective of who we end up drawing, Wrexham AFC go into this first round as the favorite. You just look at all the teams that are there. Even if you draw the New Saints, I would suspect, even though it's going to be a tougher battle, that we would still go into that one as the favorite. But again, if you're following along, the Youth Cup draw going on right now, this shouldn't take too long to go through. They rip through them pretty quick. I would anticipate that men are going to be next, but we'll see. It's interesting that they've got the banner up for the FAW Youth Cup. I don't know if they're going to jump to a different thing, or do I have the timing all wrong? FAW Cup draw. That's what the advertisement was. So I hope I'm not just going through this and we've wasted everybody's time. Well, we can't get Cardiff. That's the benefit. A reminder: this one's going to be regionalized, or was at least last year, for the first two rounds. So this year they did expand from the tournament last year. The tournament last year had one qualifying round. This year had two qualifying rounds, and again, the Wrexham Foresters, Wrexham City, had to go through two rounds. They beat Buckleytown 17-1 before then playing Efelinelli and coming back in that one to win 4-2 at home. And I was on their Twitter page, and I could bring that up, but somebody would have to look it up where they actually end up playing. The Wands Field, I don't know where that is, I don't know the size of it. I did look up just out of curiosity. What happens if they did end up with a Wrexham? Nine of us sitting here curious as to who we play. There we go. Yeah, I just got the general talk. I've got it. We're safe. I just think it's just jumping back into the chat now. Just the Foresters, yeah. I guess that's why we're here. And whoever the Foresters draw, if they don't draw us, they instantly become sort of the second team now, don't they, by default? But it'd be a lot of fun if the football gods would smile upon us. What is it, an 11.1% chance of having a Wrexham matchup? So are you a cup full or a cup half empty? Are you an 88.8% cup half empty guy? Cup empty, 88.8% empty cup guy, or an 11.1% up? Yeah, exactly. Don't tell anybody. It is spring Mike. I've got work to do. Hey, it's lunchtime over here. It's 12. Nobody can give me trouble. I got an hour. At least I'm giving myself an hour. So talking about the women's match, the women's football and development for Wales. Let's talk World Cup. What are the odds here of Wales making the World Cup now? They've got that North Macedonia game coming up. You guys tell me that are there. Are you winning that game and sneaking your way in? They're into the women. But then they've got the playoff round. Does the Welsh national team? Are they going to be able to slide into that somehow or otherwise? Okay, that's not a Welsh accent. if you guys are listening to this, where's this person from? Anyway, the benefit of the cup competitions for those lower teams to be able to compete with the higher ones. Hey, Wild and Free. Thanks for joining in as we take part in this one. I've given the timeline. This is one, by the way, November 23rd, not up on the fixture stuff as of yet, but we're going to end up drawing somebody out of these 10 numbers that are on the screen before you. We're all looking at the bottom of the pile if we could get a 9-10 matchup. And if we are going to get greedy, I'd like to see Wrexham AFC get the home squad just to see if the racecourse is an option. But it would be funny to watch the competition play where Wrexham Foresters host it and they've got to go to one of the smaller clubs, smaller pitches around the town. But an opportunity for the Foresters too to add a little bit of money into the kitty, right? And for grassroots clubs that are looking to do their thing and pay their bills up from buying kit or paying staff or getting coaches in for opportunities, youth or otherwise. There we go. That's the feedback I was looking for from Swirly. I too am hoping for a win against Macedonia and get into the playoff round in any event. And if the Netherlands beat Poland, they'll stay in pot 1. And if not, pot 2, and that could be against England, which could be crucial. If in the World Cup, if qualifying based on ranking, and assuming that it's not going to change too much before the draw comes out, and a real opportunity then if in pot 3 to land in Canada's pot, which would be amazing to be able to potentially look at a ticket for a Wales-Canada World Cup match. The northern section starting. They're doing us a favor. Okay, 9 and 10. 9 is us. 10 being Foresters. So if we see anything other than that, we're cheering for a different number to come out than 9 or 10. Number 4. Langevny Town. Don't pull 9 or 10. Hey, the odds get better. 2 out of the pot. Numbers, that's NFA. North Football Association. Pull anything but 9 or 10. The link is up and pinned up above M. That's who we got. NFA. I jinxed it. I jinxed it because I was like, who's NFA? And so I had to end up looking it up. An away day against NFA, which is a small grass club again. NFA FC. I'll look it up. Foresters draw Flint Town United away. So we're going off to Rill. Head up to the coast. How's my Welsh geography coming? Here's the ultimate test, and I'm cheating, and I did have it right. Rill Beach, up to the northeast we go. Beach Town. Hopefully it's easy to go up there. An away day to take on Football Association Wales. And for the women, Adran North, just going to go find out how they're doing this year. Adran North, looking at, won't even draw the Adran North. There we go. So in the North, don't have a table up here. And they've got 2025, 26 second tier competition. They haven't even put it up yet. So let's see if we can go to Adran North standings table and see where they'll show where we're at with NFA. Flint Town United leading the way, go all the way through it, and that's though. Maybe they're not in the second tier. Bangor, Connie's Cave, Finelli, who got knocked out. That's who Wrexham Foresters knocked out. And I don't even have NFA, so a grassroots team is who we're going to end up getting. Well, that's that. I don't have much more to say. 30 minutes just to end up drawing it in and seeing where we've got. We've got the NFA on the road, November 23rd. That's the second of the 2 cup matches, November 9, Adran Trophy, Ladundo away. So that's a lot of away games. And then we're going to be looking for Wrexham Foresters and their draw, who, if I recall correctly, was Flint Town United, which are an Adran North teams. Just missed it. And if I've got Flint Town being the right one, they're leading the Adran North as it sits right now. 1 win, 1 draw, 4 points. Although Bangor has a game in hand, and so does Connie's Key. So it'll be interesting. It always is. And I just, are they in the 3rd tier? I'm going to go to South. It doesn't make any sense because NFA is further north than we are. But no, nothing there for the table. So 3rd tier team should be well managed by Wrexham AFC, and I guess the goal is now would love to see Foresters pull off a 3rd upset, because if they're able to, the second round, if it was like last year, should be still a regionalized competition. The first round was regionalized last year. So was the second round. It just had 3 matches in it. And then you go off into the quarterfinals, and it's no longer regionalized. So if that's the case, there's a real opportunity for there to be an opportunity for that Wrexham versus Wrexham matchup this time in the second round, and we'll hope that ends up following through. So thank you to everybody for joining. I'm going to go and eat. Much appreciation, much love. We'll see you guys Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock out west, as the men take on Middlesbrough, who eked out a 1-0 win against Sheffield Wednesday. Looked amazing in the first half. I watched that game back yesterday on DAZN. Looked amazing on the first half. Their ability to pull loose ball in the midfield was something I haven't seen. By far superior to any club that I've watched, championship level or below. So we'll have our hands full, but the second half they didn't do so well. And then a reminder that we're back on the 26th, Deandra, Brendan with the Aberystwyth and the Adran Premier. So thanks for that one. The draw is complete, and we will be back hopefully after after we beat Cardiff City, to look at a quarterfinal EFL Cup draw. And I got to look and find out when the FA starts its draws, because we want to be a part of that. Always a fun little process. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your lunch or your hours before you get off of work, or your evening for those of you in the UK. See you guys on Saturday.